Hi guys, welcome to my internet diary. I've been encouraged to keep a diary just to help me keep track of my progress. So I'll give you guys the lowdown. 4 weeks ago I had surgery on my knee. I had my ACL reconstructed. What ACL stands for is Anterior Cruciate Ligament, which you probably, if you have heard of it, it's to do with when the footballers hurt themselves, they quite often do their ACL. In your knee you have 4 ligaments. You have your inside one, your outside one, your back one, and your main one in the middle. I snapped the main one in the middle. So Laura, how on earth did you do that to your knee, you might be thinking? Well, I've actually been training in Taekwondo for over 10 years now, and I've been training in the England team for about 5 years. This year was the World Championships that were due to take place in May, just gone, and I was 5 weeks away from going, and I was training as normal, and I went to do a spin 360, and I landed and my knee just gave up, and I was on the floor and I thought, what on earth have I done? I was in pain, managed to get myself upright, and well, that was me done for the day. And I thought, okay, I have really hurt my knee here, but I've never had knee problems before. So I just went home and relaxed, tried to ice it, and then the very next morning I woke up about 6 AM and I just went to move my knee, and it felt like it snapped, like again. So I had to go straight to A&E, and they gave me an x-ray, but because I hadn't broken any bones it didn't come up with anything, so that means that I needed an MRI scan. So I got an appointment and went along with my dad to see a consultant at a hospital in Reading, and he said that I needed an MRI if I needed to see what was actually wrong in my knee. And so we made the appointment, I got my MRI scan, and when the results came back, there was either a best case scenario, maybe it was really bad bruising, or I've torn the meniscus, which is the bit in the middle of your knee, or the worst case scenario is that you may have torn your ACL. So I was sitting there in the office and he pushes the results in front of me. He didn't tell me, I just had to read them for myself, and it said, you have torn your ACL, and it just hit me so hard. I just couldn't believe I'd actually gone and done it. And I managed to hold myself together, and he was talking about, you know, I pretty much definitely need surgery, not even just to help me get back into training, just so I can have a normal life, especially when I get to, you know, when I'm older, when I'm 40 or something like that, then I might start to get arthritis or my cartilage might go. I basically needed the surgery. So I agreed to it there and then. I signed for it and I said, okay, I need to have the surgery, which is an ACL reconstruction, and I'd held myself together quite well. And then I asked him, will I have a scar? And he said, yes, you'll have a scar, it'll be about this big. And then I start crying in the office in front of my dad and in front of the consultant, so I must have looked like a very vain girl. But I was just thinking to myself, imagine just, you know, standing there in heels and a nice dress and then a massive scar. But you know, I know things are more important, and as someone told me recently, you know, it could be a scar here on your face, so I guess I am, you know, it could be a lot worse. So what I wanted to also document as well is my scar, which I do not like to show anyone the scar. It's only 4 weeks old, so I'm going to get on with it now so you can see it. Okay, so this is the scar. You can see it here. So I had staples in my knee and staples there, and so they grafted the patella tendon out of there, and then they did keyhole surgery to fix it all in, and that's it. So I am using things like bio oil and other essential oils like neroli, everything that's meant to be quite healing. My mum's quite into essential oils, so she's been helping to massage it in. Another tip that I've had from my physiotherapist is that you're meant to try and get as many different textures on there as possible, because my knee is so numb on here. Like if I do this, I can barely feel that. I can barely feel it. So my mum's bought things like sponges, flannels, you know, I'm meant to be massaging it and having all different sensations on it to try and bring back my knee basically, and be like, wake up, you need to be a normal knee. So that's a scar, that's what I need to be doing, and I guess I've been encouraged to just make sure I document what I'm going through, how I'm feeling, and also I thought it'd be a really good idea if anyone else has gone through this, especially if you've gone through it before me, and maybe you can give me some tips of what you've been doing, what's been helping, and hopefully I might even be able to help some people who are going through this as well. So 4 weeks in, I do actually feel like I'm doing okay. I've really felt like after 4 weeks I would be just useless, not being able to do anything, but I can walk. I'm down to one crutch, but you know, around the house I'm really not using the crutch, and I can walk upstairs pretty normally. Obviously jumping is out of the question. Any form of exercise is out of the question, which is probably the main thing that is killing me right now, because I love the gym, I love Taekwondo, and I am not doing any sports, any exercise really, so I'm feeling very lazy. I'm not even allowed to go swimming yet, because the kicking action is not good yet for my knee, but so I'm feeling very lazy, and I think my main battle at the moment is trying not to get too fat. I've actually kept my weight roughly the same, but I just feel like obviously my muscles must just be turning to jelly, and I must be gaining fat. I must be, because I love food, I really do. But I really am trying to keep my weight steady at least. I don't want to gain. I've already had an operation. I actually had one 4 years ago and I got so fat, so I don't want that to happen again. I'm older, I should have more control, so I'm keeping it at a steady pace. If anyone has any tips for that, that would be great as well. Thank you. So that's my knee, that's my scar. If you do have any advice or tips, then please leave them in the comments box below. Hopefully I've helped anyone as well that's going through the same thing, and we can have a big old internet support group down in there, and that'd be great. If you would like to carry on my journey with me, then click subscribe and we can go through this together. It'd be nice. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those things. I'll leave all that in the description box as well, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you, bye. And actually I say eventually, it didn't take that long. I don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah.